Hey everybody. So it's been less than 48 hours since Trump was elected as our president. It's been less than 48 hours since our world has substantially changed for the worse in a lot of ways, maybe for the better, hopefully, in some ways. Um, the reason that I'm making this video is because I want everybody to understand that I'm not deleting people just because they voted for Trump. I'm voting people, I'm deleting people off of social media and out of my sites that are bragging and think it's funny that the rights of so many millions of Americans and people in general are now living in a state of panic and terror at the thought of this administration coming into our homes and our lives and taking away the rights of all of us. I'm sad. I am sad and disgusted and fearful of what this country is going to look like 4 years from now. There have been a lot of jokes and a lot of seriousness in those jokes about what a post-Trump society would look like. And over the last 48 hours, we've gotten just the smallest dose of what's to come. And it does make me nervous, not because I'm afraid of some closed-minded bigot who wants to hide behind a white sheet, or because of, somebody disagreeing with my person. I have some pretty liberal views, but I also have some pretty conservative views. I think that a lot of our problems go way back into our psyche from children and from schools and the progress of this country, and I guess if you want to call it progress, but anyway, the changes that we have gone through as a country over the last 2 decades have led us to this point. And for a lot of us that are activists that have stood up and fought and been on the front lines facing groups like the Westboro Baptist Church and just all of these disgusting organizations and fearmongers that are so quick to want to harm others. That's what I have a problem with. I don't care if your views are different. I really don't. In fact, I welcome that because it does give me an opportunity to learn and try to understand where other people are coming from. What I do have a problem with is anybody trying to harm or kill or imprison or exile somebody who's different because of their skin color, their views, their personal preferences, their genetic differences, their whatever. I have spent the last 37 years of my life on this planet not being raised by my family, because truth be told, I really don't have much of a family, but I haven't been given the guidelines or the manual that having a close family would provide. So I've had to kind of figure it out on my own. I spent 9 years living on the street trying to figure the shit out. And that was as a teenager, so don't give me some shit about being a lazy ass or addict or alcoholic or anything like that, because it just didn't apply to me. But anyway, I have busted my ass to learn everything I can about humanity and civilization, and a lot of that came from reading and listening and talking to other people who didn't have similar views, and now those voices will be silenced. So let's see where things are at in a few years. But as for me, I will continue to, unfortunately, stay in this state of disappointment and anxiety and frustration and absolute terror until another resolution is made, whether it's ousting somebody who was not voted by popular vote, or I just have to get the hell out of here. But regardless, my rights as a human being are now so much more in question than they've ever been before. And it is a scary time. So if you want to laugh, if you want to joke, if you want to high five yourself for causing this type of fear and pandemonium in our society, then by all means, you and, anyone else who's like you should exile yourselves and spend some time reading and talking and getting to know people, and just follow that rule of listening before you speak, because we've all heard you. We've heard you for a long time, but unfortunately, for whatever reason, you guys aren't listening to us. But when the day comes that your friends, that your family members are rounded up and shot in the streets or attacked just because of who they are, this is on you. This will absolutely be on your hands, on your shoulders, and should be in your heart. And if not, then there's really no hope for you anyway. So, good luck, America. We've got 4 years to see what may or may not happen.